A group of hackers in India is claiming responsibility for a recent string of cyber attacks on the federal government. The attacks don't seem to have breached any critical infrastructure, but they're a reminder of the ongoing tensions surrounding the killing of Sikh separatist Hardeep Singh Nijjar in British Columbia and the allegations by the Prime Minister that India played a part in his death. Hilary Johnstone on the story for us this morning. Hilary, what do we know about what has come under cyber attack here?
Well, we know, Heather, that there are a number of government websites that have been targeted, but what we are hearing from security officials is that they really view these more as a nuisance than as anything destructive. So the other thing that we heard from the defense minister, from Bill Blair yesterday, he described these incidents as a distributed denial of service attack, which is when bots tend to swarm a website, slowing everything down. So what we're hearing from these various government agencies is they don't believe that any sensitive information was compromised, for example, but they targeted the Canadian Armed Forces website. It became temporarily unavailable to mobile users, for example. They also targeted Elections Canada. And we do have a statement from Elections Canada here describing a little bit of what happened and whether or not this was serious. So it says, quote, this website does not host any sensitive data or information. It is separate from our main website, elections.ca, and is hosted by an external service provider. It is in no way connected to the network that supports elections.ca. And this is sort of what we've heard from various different agencies and organizations at this point, that yes, they were affected, but they don't believe that anything critical was compromised, that any information was compromised. When you take a look at what this looks like, so this is what was posted on a variety of websites. This message here, you can see there's green lettering. A lot of it is riddled with grammatical and spelling errors, but that's what was greeted, or what people were greeted with, if they tried to get onto some of these websites that were impacted. And what we've heard from the Canadian Cybersecurity Centre, which is under the umbrella of the CSC, or the Communication Security Establishment, is that it doesn't like to confirm specific attacks, but it did say that these sorts of attacks tend to be a nuisance, Heather, rather than something really damaging.
So the group involved in this, we understand, Hilary, is the Indian Cyber Force. What do we know about the group and what is it saying?
So it is claiming responsibility for all of this, and it made reference to that address from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau in the House of Commons back on September 18th, when he rose and made those allegations that the Indian government was involved in the killing of that pro-Khalistan activist in British Columbia, Hardeep Singh Nijjar. So referenced that as well, saying that the Canadian government should have brought more proof, spelling that word wrong. Like I say, there were a lot of spelling and grammatical errors in some of these messages that were posted, but saying that the Canadian government should have brought more proof before making those sorts of allegations. So that's a little bit more of what we've heard. They also claim to have targeted Global Affairs Canada's website, in particular the part of that website that shows various travel advisories. Global Affairs Canada, though, Heather, has come out and said that that is not true. So that is something that hacking group has now sort of struck off of its site as some of those websites that it says it's targeted.
Hilary Johnstone, thank you very much.
Thank you.